Hello guys, I'm gonna try this new thing where I kind of narrate my own blog posts and share them on YouTube as well. This is the first one that I'm gonna do, and yeah, I just got home from a enduro session where I just took my bike and went out to the tracks, and since I don't have any other video prepared, I will just be showing that in the background. So if you're wondering why there's a motorcycle you're looking at right now, that's why. So this is called Revving Up, exploring the life beyond game development, and really this is just me sharing some thoughts and lesson learned, like after the fact that I released Brainroll. Yeah, let's get into it. Um, my first indie game, Brainroll, was released about 10 months ago, and you'd imagine that I've already started a new project or been cooking up something big by now, but that's not really the case. Instead of producing, I've been working a lot on myself. And part of this was burnout, and that made me want to step away from the computer a bit. And part of it was just real life stuff that was overdue and I had to deal with. So, yeah. For the 2 years I spent working on Brainroll was very special and also very fruitful. But also, in a way, it was very damaging. Some of the things I didn't know uh, while it happened. Uh, like what was going on was that I worked for 8 hours per day as a programming consultant, and only after that work I could go and work on my game for about 2 hours in the evenings. This is varying, like 2 hours sometimes, and when I have more time I could go for. But yeah. Anyway, my dreams were very big in those 2 hours. I tried to fit not only game development, but also stuff like building my own build systems, keeping up with emails, tried to do marketing, and doing this blog website. I tried to do YouTube. Uh, yeah, so I did everything at once. And if you've been following me anytime, you've probably seen that my content between the different platforms and the content itself doesn't have a real continuity in it. And I think the reason is because I try to do everything at once. And you can already hear that this is an easy recipe for burnout, but the more damaging part I feel on top of that is that I've been thinking about game development all the time. And I could be working my normal job and suddenly some important brain roll thought just came into my head and I had to take a break or note something down. And that meant that like I'm on most of the day, I'm on autopilot basically. I'm just thinking about my game stuff and uh, like trying to prepare the entire day for those 2 hours that I'm gonna develop later. So it went so far that like you couldn't really I couldn't really enjoy anything. Like I could talk to my parents on the phone or with my girlfriend. We could like hang out, but I'm not really there. I'm in brain roll, you know. And yeah, that's really damaging because I'm not in the moment. I'm like somewhere else, and I think that that itself has done its damage, and not only to me but also to everyone around me. And I don't want that anymore. Um, so yeah, was there anything else I wanted to touch on there? No, not really. Um,
Okay,
yeah. Anyway,
is the phone down?
before the game was released, I already had some plans of taking a break from
Hey, what
programming
phone was
because
on?
I did feel like the
Okay.
burnout slowly creeping in. I was getting tired of programming. So that's what I did after Brainroll. I took a break, and also between the release of the game and the development, I switched jobs from working in a consulting environment to working on an older salary system. So the former workplace was a very relaxed startup type environment where we were working on smaller products, which could be different every day. Um and the new one is a more corporate, more strict, formal environment. And the change was partly motivated by me wanting to experience working on something big, like a big product, a big system that I can evolve with every day, instead of working on very small products every day, where I can work like a couple of months on one thing and then I start over on a new thing, you know. Because I never did that before. So yeah, for some reason I thought there's a lot to learn, like when managing a very large code base, which it is, but it's not the most interesting thing in the world. But more importantly, the transition between these jobs was not really painless. I had to go from a very free environment where I can be my own boss in a sense, to a very restricted environment where no matter how hard you try, you can't, or how hard I try, I can't really get fully used to. Like, um, these bigger systems turns out to involve a lot of fear due to a large amount of complexity, and it makes it harder to push through changes that are not really connected to revenue. So there's a lot of pushback when trying to make refactoring happen or change something for the better, which makes it very easy to fall into the maintenance mode developer situation where you're just performing small code patches and trying to not touch the code as much as possible, and you're just trying to make the program run according to spec. You're not caring about the like the code that happens tomorrow, you know. Yeah. And after listening to a really good video of Jonathan Blow, which where he explains like the importance of having a serious and very challenging job, I got a bit of a slump when I compared it to the maintenance mode situation where I've kind of fallen into. So I asked myself the question, like, how can I ever expect to achieve greatness by just performing maintenance patches in an old system? Like, will I ever be recognized and valued as a developer if I keep doing this? And really asking myself these questions just woke something up in me or something, because I started to think about, why do I even care about being recognized in the first place? I mean, yeah, what's the point of that? And I started to piece things together. Uh, like, everything I've done in my life, basically up until now, has been to prove something, not to myself, but probably to others. Like, in retrospect, I've been catching myself, like, even talking to people, like I have to bring really unimportant stuff up just to like get some kind of recognition or something. And yeah, and like things that are supposed to mostly be just for fun, like playing video games, are not really fun for me because I'm trying to be the best. Also, some kind of recognition thing. I don't know, for some reason I've been thinking it matters to anyone that I'm good or that I'm excellent, you know. And all of this time, even when getting like genuine praise, it's not really been having any effect on me. Like, I've been getting what I kind of want, but it doesn't really make me happy or satisfied anyway. So yeah, bringing that back to Brainroll, I've been building my game in my own engine. It sounded like a very good idea to get recognized for my skill, like how good am I to build my own engine and everything. And for sure people would respect me for doing this, and I would become the greatest, you know. But when releasing the game, I did actually get people's praise, and people are impressed by this achievement because it's not easy, you know. But the most important thing is that I didn't really impress myself by doing this. For sure, I'm happy I finished the thing. It is for sure my greatest achievement that I've done, but and I'm happy with the end, the finished product. Like, and I'm happy that people played it. I'm happy that I got a lot of support, way more support than I anticipated. But it didn't really feel like I'm fulfilled by doing this game. This game is not good enough uh, to allow me to feel fulfilled by making it. And that brings another question, like, would I be fulfilled if it was like a big hit, if I became a millionaire? I don't think so, because this game is not really, it's not really me, you know? It's not, in the end of the day, a well thought out game in the same way that I want it to be. Yeah. Wrapping it up, I think that I've been in game development for the wrong reasons. I've not been doing the thing I love for me, but I've been doing it for everyone else, which is a really poor way to live. Sure, you need income and everything, but uh, a better way to give value to people is by sharing something that is personal, that I can share. And that's like when people will be connected to me and understand me, and my, like, what I produce will feel more, how do you say it, like, it'll feel more original in a way, because it's something that I made, you know, that's my thing. So moving forward, I want to embrace being me. I want to personalize everything as much as I can and do stuff in my way, and not do it for success or because it's right or because someone said so. I want to do this because I enjoy it, and I want everyone to, when they play my games or when they look at my code or when they talk to me, I want people to understand that I really like what I'm doing. So, one of my, just a little ending note, is one of my newly found interests are motorcycles, which you've been watching in the video, and they are amazing for so many reasons. I'm not gonna go into everything now, but uh, not only riding them is so enjoyable, but there's also a beauty in how they work and how they're built. They're like bicycles, but the physics works in a different way, where I won't pretend to like understand it, but you can feel the physics working for you, like when you're driving the motorcycle, especially in like a little bit higher speeds than on a motorcycle, and it's like a super good feeling. And I try to draw a lot of parallels to my motorcycle and programming, because I think that if my motorcycle was a piece of software, it would be close to perfect. So my thought process here is that out of the box, the motorcycle is just designed to be able to run. Sure, bugs can happen, like something breaks, but it's pretty rare, like, yeah, on a modern bike. However, it's most likely not the most optimal bike for you. Hence, you want to make some modifications. Like I changed my brake and clutch levers, and the manufacturer who made the bike, they know this, so they made it easy for me to swap this out. And a programmer with their software can do the exact same thing by allowing like modding support or yeah, in their games. So I personally, I just found this like very inspiring. Like I want to take my development a bit in this direction where I can allow people who want to change their experience a bit to do that if they want to. And in addition to this, I also want to find more motivation and inspiration by including motorcycles some way in my work. So I'm probably gonna make some games that has motorcycles in them just because it's fun. It's my two hobbies and I want to combine them. And maybe that will inspire someone else to also do their own thing, combine their hobbies or whatever, and just have fun, you know, live life and be you, share what you want to be and who you want to be. And yeah, that's it for now. Visit oscarmendel.me. That's my blog, and follow me on both YouTube and on my website. Thank you very much, and have a great day.